So what is love? And more importantly, how do we find this love that we all seek, right? Because this human experience is about basically one thing. I mean, it can be summed up into one word. We're all trying to find love. I mean, think about it. Love in our family, love in ourselves, love in our spouses, love in the world, right? So we're trying to find love. So what is love and how do we find it? Well, I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you. It's through Jesus. And I get it. I get it. You know, most people hear that word and they're like, whatever. They just want to discredit this message just from that word. But just hear me out. Hear me out. So Jesus coming to this earth as a baby and then walking as a man, a sinless life, and then dying on the cross for you and I is the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate love story. Literally, it is not only just love, but it is true love. And it is not just love and true love, but it's unconditional love. It is literally a man coming to this world to tell us that even throughout all of our sin and all of the stuff that we've done to each other and hurt each other, that he's going to die on the cross for us, to forgive us, because he unconditionally loves us. You know, I mean, how beautiful is that? Because we all go our whole entire life searching for this what is love question, right? Question mark. What is it? And it's really simple, to be honest. It really is. And people that find this and figure this out, they understand that not only is Jesus love, but in order to have love, you have to have Jesus. You know, sit in that for a second. How do I have love? You have Jesus. You have found Jesus, a personal relationship, a personal walk, a personal talk with Jesus himself. Because I truly believe that only through Jesus can you have true love. Can you have unconditional love? And can you even begin the story and the walk of what love really truly is? Because just his name, his story alone is where we find love. You know, there's many different paths and many different beliefs and many different things out there that tell you how to find love, and they don't say Jesus. You know, it's kind of like putting on a glove, right? A big glove on your hand, and when you're walking around, sure, it stays on for a while, but eventually it just falls off. And why does it fall off? Because the glove doesn't fit. You know, we try and take all of these things when it comes to love, and we try to put on those gloves of love over our heart, and none of them fit. Just none of them fit like Jesus do, because it's the only way. I truly believe that we cannot have love, cannot have true love, cannot have unconditional love unless we have Jesus. And that's why people who have found Jesus understand this, and they know that having this personal walk and this personal talk with him is how to have this love. So when you find Jesus, then you have love. You've found love. Then it trickles down into you. Then you have love for yourself. Then you have love, this knowing and this learning and this understanding of loving who you are. And then that trickles down to everyone else. Then you start loving your family more. You start loving your spouse more. You start loving your children more. You start loving your friends more. You start loving people that you don't hate, that you hate more, people that you don't like more, people that you don't even know more. And then eventually you're just literally just loving everybody because you found Jesus. You know, it reminds me of the story in the Bible. It's John chapter 8, verse 4, and it says, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery." Okay? And in the law of Moses commanded us to stone such a woman. Now what do we do? They asked Jesus this. And they were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him, right? But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his fingers. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "If any of you is without sin, let him cast the first stone." And again he stooped down, and then he started writing on the ground. And at this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left, with the woman standing there. And then Jesus straightened up, and he said to her, he said, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" And she says, "No, No one, sir. And he says, then neither do I. Then neither do I. I don't condemn you either. Now go and leave your life of sin. Wow. What a true testimony of what love is. I'm going to shine some light on two things right here. That is literally true, unconditional, unfathomable, true love right there. That is from Jesus himself. Jesus was and is and always will be love. True love, unconditional love. And through him you find it. And since our human experience is all based on trying to find and wanting to have love, when you find Jesus, you found it. And that's why everything else just trickles down to love. And then everything just becomes beautiful. Also, it shows this. On the other side of the coin, it shows where out of all of those people, all of them, Jesus is the only one in that room who can say that he's without sin. Okay, he's the only person who has a stone that he can throw, and he doesn't. He doesn't. He's the only one who can condemn this woman and throw a stone at her and say, "Look, I am without sin, and I'm going to throw this stone at you." But he doesn't. He doesn't. Why? Because he loves her unconditionally. He loves her truly. That's what this is all about. That's what loving like Jesus is. Gosh, it's so beautiful, really it is. I mean, when you look at it from that point of view, that's just Jesus showing that he truly loves us, and what he came here to do for us was the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate price of showing us what true unconditional love really was. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because, a lot of us go our whole entire lives searching for this thing of love. What is love? What isn't love? Where do we find love? I'm just here to tell you where to begin. And I truly believe and know from my own personal experience, my own personal walk with Jesus, that it all starts with him, and then it starts in you, and then it just trickles down into your life, and that's why everything changes and everything becomes beautiful, because that's what Jesus is. True, unconditional, unfathomable, unquestionable, true love. And I love you guys too.